on Omega TV. Today I have here on my right Ohene, our king. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching us in the world. It's time with Queen Harriet on Omega Live TV. Omega TV station is the best TV station in UK. We have a very lovely programs to bring it to you right here in UK. Today I have a special guest here with me to discuss a very sensitive topic. Will marriage survive in the year 21st century? Join me as Mr. Juliana will say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Queen is live on Omega TV. Today I have a king here with me, Nana Yao Menu, Omahine of UK and Ireland, and right then hand. A right-hand chief to Nana Odefo Osei Kwame Kotoko.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And then I have the lady of the night, Jessica Baini. Hello, Jessica.
Hello, Queen Harriet. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm well, thank you.
Jessica is a CEO of podcast media and also NHS business coordinator. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we have the money man, Stephen. Hello, Stephen.
Hello. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, Stephen is a consultant, a financial consultant. Welcome, Stephen.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
And hello, everyone. We are live on Omega TV. So join us and let us dive into the topic. Marriage seems to have become a challenge in the 21st century, despite its advantage and the community struggling to maintain marriage. Although a number of factors comes in, like other decisions to remain single. What makes people decide to get married? And I'll ask you, what makes people decide to get married in this 21st century? What do you think?
Okay, thank you very much, Queen. I will first of all extend my warmest greetings to your listeners and viewers. I will also say hello to my sweet wife, Mrs. Manu.
Hello, Mrs. Manu.
I will also say hello to Odefo Osei Kotoko, the UK and Ireland, Omahine. I also extend my greetings to my head pastor, Pastor Kofi Usu, and all the Arise and Shine Pentecostal Church members. I also extend my greetings to everyone that I know. Thank you. Yeah, Queen, before I go to your question, I will give this scenario prior to my answer to your question. When God created Adam, God could see Adam needed someone. Adam needed a helper. So God, in his own wisdom, said he was going to create a helper or a partner for Adam. Yeah, as it stands now, marriage, the reason why people decide to marry is to get a companion or a partner, and with the mind that I will help you and you will help me. So basically, the reason why we marry is to help each other and also to make us not feel so bored, because single entities living in a whole flat or a whole
House.
is so boring and it's so pathetic. So marriage is very, very important. That's why people decide to marry. But nowadays, there are ups and downs in marriages. There are a lot of things going on in marriages. Because we study each other, but then there are some hindrances. I will not review all my weeks or all my downs to you. I'll hide those which I think, if you know it, you you will not accept me. So likewise you will do. So because of that, marriage has become a big problem, and it's a very broad topic. Why? Because there are a lot of instances going on, especially Christian marriages. They don't study themselves very well, like they don't do anything contrary to the Christianity or so they just put themselves together, having some counseling, then they get married, and as a result, the broken homes or the breaking marriages is so much.
Nana said the breaking marriages is so much. I'll come to you. What do you think? In the 21st century, is it easy to be faithful to your partner?
Oh, I was going to have to say
What are some of the things leading to infidelity in marriages?
This I think it's very very subjective to the individual, and there are many reasons why people are not faithful in their marriages, and one of the common reasons are the very partners in the relationship unhappy reason. Some reason maybe the expectations are not met in marriage. For some reason it could be that they went for the wrong reasons, and when the marriage was established they realized that that reason wasn't going to help them grow or whatever reason. So they find other means to be happy. Sometimes as well people fall out of love. So initially they would fall in love and everything would go on smoothly, but down the line somehow they will fall out of the love because both partners have failed to realize that they need to work their marriage for it to survive. So when they fall out of love, they find other means to get that excitement back in their love life, and that could also lead to unfaithfulness in marriage. So yeah, it varies.
It varies.
Yeah.
When you say out of love, like elaborate it a bit.
I think when you've been a couple for a very long time, that trend is quite there, where you've been with somebody, for that same person for years and years
and
years.
You decide you can't continue.
Yeah, and I think most of the reason is because they haven't invested in the marriage. I think what people fail to realize or to understand that even though we're together as a couple, we're both growing and evolving. But when the couple are not evolving together to one goal, they tend to grow separately, and they have different interests. And when they have different interests, they feel like the partner doesn't know them, vice versa. So therefore, they would rather go with somebody that they feel that they have a lot of connections with. But it's not because your partner that you've been with for 10 years, 20 years, you no longer connect with them, but it's because you have evolved to a different person and you fail to bring your partner along with them. So the person that I was 10 years ago is not the person that I am today. So if I was with somebody, I would expect the person to evolve and grow with me. So that's one of the things that contributes to people falling out of love with them. For instance, let's say 10 years ago, I used to enjoy clubbing and all of that stuff, and I meet somebody who also enjoyed clubbing and partying and all of that stuff.
Okay.
But now I no longer party the way I used to. So one of the things that could also break us up, I think.
Okay. Before I come to you, Stephen, We have a short break and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Omega TV UK, the best TV station in the United Kingdom. If you just join us, we are live on Facebook and YouTube, channel 7 and Sky Digital, channel 181. What are we here for? We are discussing is 1 minute.
How can marriage survive in this 21st century?
Yes, thank you.
Gen Z?
Thank you. How
Gen
can
Z.
yes.
Yeah, definitely. That's all. Yeah, I think the focal point is the Gen Zs.
Yes.
How can marriage survive in the 21st century? Steven, the money man, I'm coming to you. The fact that you are married, do you think married couples trust each other? Is trust the main and central challenge in marriage?
Yeah, I think everything, when it comes to marriage, everything centers all on trust. Because without trust, marriage will not exist. You get what I'm saying? And because when it comes to marriage, it's all about companionship, love. Love is about the emotions. And emotion is centered on trust. And once the trust is there, that's when it will be the deciding factor whether the marriage is going to be a sweet one or a bad one. Right. That's why most of the time people make reference, I lost my trust. I lost my trust. So one of the things that you have to do in every marriage, you have to build up the trust. Even as long as the marriage has evolved and it's a continual process, one of the key things that goes hand in hand, love and trust. Whereas there is trust, there is love. Right. Whereas there is doubts, the marriage begins to sink. So the thing is that get to a point where the trust is there. Because the first thing, before the woman or the guy gave himself or herself to you, it was based on the trust. The love was not, it was not the only factor. But I knew that, you know what, if I give myself to her, she'll take good care of me. Likewise, if I give myself to him, he'll take good care of me. So that is the most principal thing. Always is the trust. Trust is what causes the doubt. Trust is what makes love face. Right. So trust is a very key thing. And you always have to work on it. It's not something that is an ongoing process. Like Jess said, it's an evolution. Changes do happen. Right? It's an evolution. Changes do happen. So the most important thing is that when trust is there, love will always be sweet.
Okay. Lady Jessica, would you like to add anything about the trust?
I think for me, trust is a very expensive commodity.
Very, very expensive.
Very expensive. And it should be, even the Bible wants us, about putting our trust in men, The reason why I say that is because one of the places where you should be able to feel like you can trust one person is when you're married. So if you are
doubting.
Yeah, I think that's a big problem, like Stephen highlighted. The reason why I say marriage is a space where you have to be vulnerable with each other because you have both decided to do this thing called life together. And out of evolve, as you and through your vulnerability, you grow. See, if I'm going out there where is depicted as the jungle, I need to have a sanctuary where I come, where I can be transparent with my spouse. I can't be transparent to a certain extent with my friends, with my family, with my co-workers. But the person that I'm going to do this thing called life with, I need to be able to be transparent with them. And if I can't be, then I think there's a big issue. And I think one of the things that contributes to mistrust in marriages is because when one person or both partners in a relationship don't know what to expect from each other. So you've gone into this marriage thing and you're not quite sure why Harriet is in this marriage or why person B is in this marriage. So you haven't had the discussion what you want out of this marriage together. So therefore, okay, then I better make sure I am okay in this marriage because I don't know why Harriet is in. Say for instance in our community, exactly, Queen Harriet, sorry. Especially in our community, there's so many advice, not so much now, but back in the days where, you know, women are advised that, oh, when you go, make sure you look after yourself.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you build houses.
Yeah.
Make sure, you know, you look after you and your children.
Yeah.
Forgetting that you're supposed to be one with your husband, you know. So, yeah, I think it's because one partner don't know or don't understand what they expect from that marriage.
Sorry, let me.
You want to come in?
I want to play the devil's advocate.
Yeah, go on, play.
You know, whereas what if there's clarity of purpose, yet there's mistrust? Because it can't be like what you should expect or not expect. So what if there's clarity of purpose from the onset, but now it's not working out?
Okay, so definitely.
So that the trust alone is not the ultimate.
No, it's not. Definitely, it's definitely one of the contributing factors. So we're not obviously saying that it is the only contributing factor. It is one of them. But where you have decided what your purpose of your marriage is, you have to work at it as everything in life. So I know to some extent what my purpose is. I haven't just put it on my vision board and just sat at home. I'm working. Exactly. So I haven't just written it down on my vision board and sat at home and just staring at it. I'm working at it every day to get to the point where my purpose is manifested or come to life. So I think if both couples, both spouses in a relationship know from the onset what the purpose is, you have to work at it to make sure that whatever you have decided you want out of your marriage comes to life.
Yeah, like you rightly said, I think you have to work at it. And in working at it, one thing that you have to always know, like I always tell people, it's like, when it comes to marriage, it's a daily work and a lot goes into it.
Yeah.
You have to be conscious about the purpose. Like you said, clarity of purpose, be it on the vision board. And you have to work at it daily. And in working at it, one of the things that always I tell people that patience is the key. Right? You see, being patient doesn't mean that you are stupid, right?
Yeah.
But you see, because there are difference of character, right, and different vulnerability, patience allows chance to grow and allow things to work out at the end. So sometimes, if it's not that extreme, give it a chance.
Okay, can I come in?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Right. You see, we are going round in circle. It's simple thing. As a woman, you have allowed a gentleman or a man to marry you. Because without your consent, a man cannot come to your house with his family to say, I want to marry you. So the first instance, you have accepted that marriage. So after the marriage, why all these things? Why all these ups and downs? Well, there should be ups and downs, but this 21st century, ups and downs are beyond the limits. There should be tolerance and also acceptance in marriage. Other than that, things will not work.
But you see, sorry. No,
Are you talking in relation to trust?
Trust. We are still on trust.
Okay. Yeah.
No, but you see, when we talk about when you talk about acceptance and tolerance, it's very good. But then again, you see, when it comes to marriage, one thing that I always know is that you have to know and study your partner very well, what they like and what they dislike, right? What is the elasticity of their tolerance? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much tolerance can they handle?
Okay.
The beginnings of that. So you just don't do anything and think it will be okay.
Yeah.
That's where you see, for marriage to work,
right? Trust and everything. There has to always be a communication.
Yeah.
You see, and with that communication, there has to be the openness of heart on both sides of the party, right? And when that thing lacks, then nothing is going to work. Because sometimes people come with the you know, when people meet each other, they meet her. What they are seeing is love or their cravings, right? They are not seeing the afterthoughts. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's all the sweet bliss that they are encountering for the now. And when they begin to live together and stay together, and now most people I know within 3 weeks, oh, this girl is hot, this guy is hot, he is the guy of my dreams, right? And since you love her so much, you've not considered, and at that moment of bliss, you will have that tolerance to accommodate a lot of things. But then again, before you put a ring on or you say I do, wait a minute, I can't take this crap. See, I can't take this crap. Let me give you a typical example. I was in Ghana, we were having a drink. Then my friend said, he just married. And he said, I'm done with the marriage. I'm like, boy, you got married about 3 months ago. And he made it. He said, look, my woman is dirty. She doesn't clean.
Oh dear.
You get what I'm saying? And that puts me off. Like, he said it. He said, have you talked about it? Have you even tried to do it so that she will see? He said, no, she's a lady. She is supposed to know and everything. And I said, but you dated her for about a month and everything. And I was like, yeah, you were riding up so fast. Can you take a break and everything? He said, oh, because at that moment, you see, I was blinded by the love and how sweet she was. I was not seeing all those things. And I said, wow, now you're seeing those things. So now, what you have to do is that this way tolerance and patience of heart comes in. Right now, you are my friend. For me to support you will be wrong. But then again, be the leader. Start cleaning. Can we do community cleaning so that what she can get to know the importance of it? Because if you are citing all those things, I know you like everything white, bed sheet and everything. But at that time, it was your infatuation. And when you were infatuated by her good looks, her sweet smile, her sweet food, you were not seeing all those things, right? But this is where you have to work at it. And when he started working at it, right now he's comfortable. I went there, they are doing extremely well for now. You get what I'm saying? But sometimes when you don't have that patience, understanding, like I said, the elasticity of your tolerance, when it's not there, and always working together, right? And if it's always the me factor, that's how I am, that's how it has to be my way or your way, and there are no room to adjust, then definitely you are doomed for trouble.
Wow.
Right. You see, yeah.
No, that's fine. If you want to come in, you can. Yeah.
You see, the thing is, we make things more difficult for ourselves, you know, because why can't I tell my wife this is what I am, and ask her who she is, you know? I will let my wife know what I like, and I'll ask her what she also likes, you know, because we need to know that because we are from different backgrounds, our bringing up differently.
You see,
so I might be from a poor family, and my wife may be from well-to-do family. So the upbringings are different, you know. I was in a very, you know, dead, you know, surroundings, yeah, living there, but she was not. So in this case, the thing is, if we are not ready to change, or if we are not ready for corrections, that's where this problem comes.
Okay. Sorry, can I come in?
Why is it,
I want to come in quickly.
Why is it that my wife said, oh, can we do this that way, in a polite way? And I said, no, that's me. That's how I want it. You know, communication, as we said, is the key to everything. Yeah. But then, how you say it is also very important. Yeah. How you said it, was it in a polite manner, or it was just anyhow?
Okay, can I answer that?
Okay.
Okay, go on.
You know what you said, you are rightly true. You see, when it comes to love, first and foremost, I know the first stage is infatuations. You know, when you are so much into someone, that's not the time to express your flaws. You get what I'm saying? It's all about the sweetness. It's all about the roses, the kisses, the juices, the smile, right?
Okay.
Yeah, after that stage, and as you are dating, that's when you get to know each other. But you see, one thing that you have to understand is most people, right? There are ways, not a lot of people comprehend things fast. You get what I'm saying? Not a lot of people comprehend things fast. It takes time. You see, and you have to understand. You see, the fact that some people are very polite, the fact that it's taking time doesn't mean that what you are wrong. I can give my own example. I came out with a project. My wife never understood me, right? It took her 3 years to grab it. But then again, I'm a patient guy. I knew that what I was on the right. Anytime I bring it, it brings a quarrel or it brings an argument. So I was like, you know what? You go and study more about it, have more insight. And the thing is that I love you so much than to quarrel with these fictitious things. Once you get knowledge and you are well satisfied, you just come. Let's have the conversation, right? For 3 years, right, she was not getting it right. But then I had that largeness of heart to accommodate that patience. So later on, she came to me and she was like, I think I agree with what you were saying. You see, some people are slow in understanding. Some people, they cannot grab the bigger concepts. Some people, they have to take baby steps. That's when knowledge comes into place, right? Like I always say that for your marriage to be sweet, right? I have one principle. If I'm dealing with you, I know that I'm dealing with an egg. How do you handle an egg? You handle an egg with carefully. Yeah. And I'm dealing with you as a baby. You get what I'm saying? So these are my core principles. So in doing so, I can handle any woman. Likewise, any woman can handle me. When you understand those things. That's why I came with a principle. You are not hurt because you shouted, you fought, or you are like, oh, you are the boss. Right? Even the Bible says, in humility, you get whatever you want.
Okay, can I just come in here? I just want to bring the touch of the 21st century.
Okay,
yeah. You know, all this is what you guys are saying. It's nice when both couples understand why they're together. But we're forgetting, it goes back to your first question, why people get married nowadays. Now, most people get married because it's a trend, right? I am not in the marriage to better you or to better me. I'm in the marriage so that I can also be called Mrs. Yeah. So I am not working at any marriage. I'm not trying to understand you. You're not trying to understand me. I just want to please the Jones. Yeah, so that everybody. So for a woman or a man in such relationship, it's very difficult to come to a middle ground. You understand? Some people get married because of opportunity. It's a business transaction for them. Yeah. Oh, you know, I want to come to the UK. This man has made himself available.
What about those in the UK? Those in the UK.
You are here, but you say not getting it right.
Exactly. You know, it's a business transaction. You know, what can I
need security.
Yeah.
I need support.
Exactly. And this man can give, but there's no love there.
I need children.
Yes. My time is running out. I need to settle down. The next man that comes, I have to say yes because I am a certain age. In that kind of relationship, there's no love. You understand? It's literally, I have my expectation, and as soon as I get it, forget it. You understand? So there's no common ground of, oh, I want to make my marriage better. I'm in it to get what I want. You know, some people are also in a relationship because it's not just women now that are after rich men. Rich men are also after rich women, you know, so it depends what the expectation is or what the person wants in that marriage. When you understand that, then you can build that. I know a marriage couple that the lady married said that, oh, I'm not going to marry, this is a couple in Ghana, I'm not going to marry anybody that is not in the certain areas. And that certain areas is Airport, East Legon, you know those, Trasacco. If they don't live in that areas, you can't date me.
You're not rich.
Exactly. And luckily for her, she managed to land a guy that lives in one of those areas. There's no working things out with such person.
No.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think that also people find it difficult to accept each other because I am not willing to accept you. I've come into this marriage to get what I want. My kids, my papers, so that I can be called Mrs. As soon as I get all of that,
I'm out.
Okay,
Simple.
see.
You know, so there's no trying to accept you, there's no trying to tolerate you. If you upset me, I'm out the door.
Okay.
You know, do you see what I'm saying? So I think we've got to put, that's why a lot of marriages are not working these days, because the concept of building life together is out of the window. Now, what I want is a hall that costs £20,000 so that my wedding can be the talk of town.
Yeah.
As soon as that's done, forget working out the marriage.
Okay, I understand perfectly.
You know, so I think we need to bring that also into the picture as we're talking.
Yeah.
But you see, in bringing that, these things, you see, when you have misplaced priorities. For me, like I always say, that there's no point in staying in it. You get what I'm saying?
But there is though, for our community.
See, for our community, this is where it comes in, right? You see, don't be emotional. Don't allow sentiments to play on you and waste your life or kill somebody.
What are some of the sentiments you're talking about?
The sentiments are that, look, what my church members will say, what my friends will say.
It's the same thing you are saying.
No, it's the same thing. Like,
but he's saying that don't let that thing have
if it's not working,
it's not working.
You can't cry over a spilled milk. Just walk out. You get what I'm saying? Then look for another.
But it's easier said than done, though.
But
it's easier said than done. Nobody wants to be labelled as a failure. Especially in our community.
You might get killed.
Exactly.
It's true, isn't it?
See, wait a minute. Yeah, I know nobody doesn't want to be a failure.
No.
Once you have a failed marriage or failed relationship, I know, especially with the women, it's more a disadvantage to the women.
Absolutely.
Yeah, label all sorts.
Yeah.
But the thing is that people always talk. Those who are talking, they don't care much about you.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Is it about you doing the right thing, moving on and getting it right, or you doing the right thing? You see, they'll always praise you. They'll always talk bad about you. But the thing is that you have to make do with the sentiments and do the right thing for yourself. And peradventure, you have a case for the case. Because
so what if you've done that thing 4 times?
No, if you done, keep pushing.
So keep doing it till you get that.
Keep doing it. Like before coming here. Okay, let me give you a typical example, right?
Yeah.
Before coming here, went to a restaurant and was drinking, and we were having a chat. I was with this Jamaican.
Oh, that's why you were late.
No, that's why I was late.
That's why you were late.
No, I was stuck in A12. So when I was coming, I was having a chat with this Jamaican lady, and it was a very nice, beautiful conversation. And he said, look, I'm married, and all guys, they cheat and they do all sorts of things. So he's met this guy. This guy is all goody, this, that. But you know what? Her expectation is that maybe things might fucked up, right? And her heart, she's not seen it. Her heart is fully prepared for it, right? And I said, look, that is a bad expectation. Can you expect it? Yeah, you've been with 5 guys. I think she was in her 5th marriage. You've been with 5 guys, right? And I was like, what about this guy? He gave me all the plaudits about this guy, very good, and we're all happy and everything. And I said, no, don't let the negativity weigh on you. You get what? There are differences in people. There are people who value. There are guys out there who values the jewels. You get what I'm saying? Irrespective. Because the thing is that anytime you look at your back, it will pull you down. Whether 4 or 5 and everything. There are people who appreciate you. I met one lady one time, and you see, this lady is not all that. I knew that she was not all that, but the guy was very sharp, right? And the guy had money and everything. I was like, wow. I was looking, we were drinking. I was like, you know, Chairman, I think with this kind of thing, you deserve a sharper one, you know.
Oh no.
Right? But the love this guy was, he said, look, I truly love her. And I was so touched by it. You see, the fact that you had failures doesn't mean that it's going to be a continual process.
Yeah.
People are going to talk. People are going to make their comment. You see, the problem that marriage are not succeeding in this our generation and everything is that people are so much concerned about what other people will say. Yes, you had your own expectation. There are some people you want to build together. They came in for the wrong reasons. You don't have to stay in there. You have to move on. Right? Moving on is not a crime. As a Christian, there were divorced people who kept on marrying. Take your chances. Right? Take your chances. Life is for enjoyment and memories. Right? Are you going to stay in there till you are battered or till you are killed?
Yeah.
Like what we heard this week. You get what I'm saying?
I get
Can I just come in quickly?
Okay. Before you come in quickly,
Yeah.
if you are watching us, we are live on Omega TV UK. We are here discussing a very sensitive topic: why marriage survive in 21st century. So join us. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, channel 7 Sky Digital, channel 181. Come in, Lady Jessie.
I think what I was trying to get at is, especially in our community, when I'm talking about our community, the Ghanaian community, where the glory of a woman is to be married. Yeah, as from when you were little, you understand what marriage is. You can be successful in everything that you do in life, right? You could have a successful career, you can have everything going on for you.
Yeah.
But if you're not married, you're still a failure, right? So imagine this culture, yeah, living and moving and everything in this culture. Whatever you do or say, they're still going to see as being married as being the
hallmark of your success.
Yeah, hallmark of your success. Yeah. So my point I was trying to drive at, if that's the case, take your time before you start. Take your time before you go in. You know, I know somebody who went into the third marriage because.
Do you want to say? You mean take your time before? Take
You
your
make
time
that-
to know the person
Yeah.
before you make that decision.
Yes, I feel like people are rushing into marriages.
And coming out.
Yeah, because of that whole of, you know, it's my success. You know, I want everybody to call me the Mrs.
Miss Chess.
Exactly.
I just saw
Exactly. You know, like, see my ring. And, you know, so take your time, because it is a journey where it takes a lot of work to make it succeed.
A lot.
You know, and I think because we're so in a hurry for people to see us, we're doing well in life, we make, you know, important decisions as marriage quite quickly. I know somebody who went into the third marriage, right, because the third person that he was with was not like the second wife. That's not a strong enough reason to be in a marriage. Do you understand? Because the woman treated her differently to the ex-wife.
other.
She thought that the third wife was much better, but it turned out that the third wife was even worse than the second.
Yeah.
You know, in the second marriage. So my point is, yes, it is, in our, whether you like it or not, it's seen as, you know, you've made it. You know, you're
No, that is not whether you like. It's
Yes,
the
I'm
hallmark of a woman's success.
exactly. So if that's your goal, make sure you take your time to access that everything that needs to be ticked off is ticked off before you go into, you know, such things, I think.
Okay, can I come?
Okay, you want to contribute to this, or
Yeah,
I was going to ask you another
I'll
topic.
give some just small scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another
yeah.
question for you when you finish.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm into second marriage now.
Okay.
My first marriage, I married for 20 years. I
Wow.
have 4 children, 4 girls.
Wow.
Silla, Daniela, Mercy, and Tracy. I love you all, guys. Yeah. And my second marriage, I've married for 10 years now. So 30 years together
Together.
in marriage. Marriage is very sweet if you get the right partner
Person,
or
yeah.
the right person.
So why did you jump into, this is personal question, but I need to ask you, why did you jump into your second marriage?
Okay. Well, it happened due to some certain uncertainties. Yeah. Yeah. But then, God knows why that
Because
happened.
20 years is a very
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, very long time. Yeah.
Chief was
But
living
then-
well.
Yeah.
Chief, when money comes, can't say the upgrade.
Oh my God.
They can't say the upgrade.
I feel due to some uncertainties, and I don't blame my ex. Yeah, I don't blame her. I know why that happened, but I don't blame her. It's not her fault, and it wasn't my fault.
Anyway, you have 4 lovely daughters.
Yeah,
with
4
them.
lovely daughters. You
Yeah,
know?
she just needed
So-
an upgrade.
You know, so my first marriage, 20 years in marriage.
Wow.
That's
And,
a
you know,
long
I had a
time.
good time with that, my family,
Yeah.
right? And then the second marriage,
10 years.
10 years.
That's a
So
long
I'm
time.
counting. I'm still counting, and I'm so happy. My wife, such a lovely and wonderful wife.
Aw, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Queen knows her, and you know the finish. Sometimes, no matter how you do, you can't build the marriage, but sometimes you can build it, right? You made mention of I just want to get wedding, the most expensive wedding, and all that. I'll get my children and all that off. I'm off the marriage. No, you married with the mind that you're going to build the marriage,
For better, for worse.
but
That's what
not
I'm
to
saying,
break,
but not all
not to
women
break
have
the
that.
marriage.
See,
But
yeah,
not
yeah.
all women come into that marriage
Yeah,
like
but
that,
that, but that's wrong perception.
Yeah, but you
But-
find some
but-
women in
but-
that.
But Chief, that's the reality of the today.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
what we are trying to discuss here is that the reality of this 21st and the Gen Z moment.
Yeah.
We are not talking about where you guys had a lot of thoughtfulness
That is the
about.
next question. That's for him
Yeah.
to,
You
you
get
know,
what? So
explain.
in reality about it is that am I securing the bag? Am I securing
Yeah.
the status?
Yeah.
Am I just shutting down my single friends?
Yeah.
Right. So in this instance, we have to relate to the reality of this time.
Yeah.
Because what you are saying is perfectly fine. You know what? Because with your generation, yeah, sometimes upgrade is needed, and well, we understand all that.
What do you mean by
What
upgrade?
upgrade?
You know, upgrade.
What do you mean by that?
You know,
I
sometimes.
can't think about.
No.
Chief, that's personal. I'm just teasing you. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
that's right.
You know, sometimes like you cannot be eating the same
No.
food or those things. Don't worry, I'm just putting you chips left. I know next year I'll be waiting for the third one.
Hey! No.
Don't let my wife hear that. I'm not ready
No,
for
no,
that.
Yeah.
no,
She
Chief.
won't be happy to hear that.
No.
I just interjected.
I know. Just pulling my leg.
Yeah.
So here we are looking at the realities in this Gen Z moment. You see, the Gen Z moment, the priorities are misplaced. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that we are having all these problems because of what? Misplaced priorities. And the thing is, how do we align them to have what? The right priorities. You get what I'm saying? Because due to their exposure to so many things,
Okay.
right, and to the wrong things, they don't see the value of marriage, right? Because they will always, success is when two come together.
But if they want to see it, they will see it.
See,
Because they don't want to see it.
see,
Yeah.
that
What
alone-
you're saying is
absolutely
absolutely right. That's
Okay,
how
the
it
point
should
is,
be.
That is how it should be. But right now, what is going out there, they are not seeing that. For example, if somebody is watching Love and Hip Hop, Wives of Basketball, right, are watching all sorts of these damaging programs, they will not see the realities of this, right? You see, right now, we are in a stage, this Gen Z is about me,
What
myself,
one can
and
do,
I.
one can
And
do.
also-
And
and also-
equality.
Yes.
And the message out
Yeah.
there is me, myself, and I, and equality.
And-
And these are the deception. So when you have these messages,
Yeah.
that is echoed everywhere. Definitely, your priorities will definitely be misplaced. You
But
don't-
according to who though? Because if I'm in poverty,
Yeah.
my priority is to come out of poverty.
That's right.
You know, I know what you're saying is right, but we're trying to get into the minds
But-
of these young women
Yeah.
or young men these days, because men are also after rich women these days. You know, so yeah,
Chief is
priority.
there. Chief will give you
And
a
you know,
Priorities.
you
You know, it can be very subjective because I'm trying to get out. You know.
All these problems comes often as a result of the woman's expectation, right? The women, they are into their security, their safety, and their comfort zone. They are into all this too much. We men, we are the losers at all costs.
Oh, we
right?
know- you know that
A man will go for a job, and if the interview gets too tough, he will say, "Oh, please take me. Otherwise, my wife and children will go hungry." Yes.
Yeah.
But if a woman is going for a job and the interview is tough, she will say, "Please take me. Otherwise, me and my children will go hungry."
Forgetting her.
Forgetting the husband, you know. So we, the husband, we are always the main
Chief, tell us.
Chief,
Listen.
no, I disagree with Chief.
Okay.
As much as you are making the point, right? Husbands or guys are supposed to show leadership.
Yeah.
A leader who is always complaining is not fit to be
A leader. Yeah.
I know.
Let's accept that fact.
Yeah, I know.
You see, sometimes I'm a guy and everything. Sometimes when we make excuses, it will not push you forward. You need to, no matter little effort, no matter what, it's an effort, right? And contentment in that effort is the key.
Is it what you're saying? Sorry, I do understand you, but then some people, or especially some women, no matter how you do, you can never please them.
Oh, that
right? It may, like you're saying, leadership by example, which is
but
great.
you see, that
as
is why
a man, you have to put food on the table for a whole family. But then some women, you can build 10-story buildings for them, but they will still not accept you. That is where the problem comes from. It's not that you are not playing your part as a leader.
You have to cut. You see, you are
so all these things, the women, they are creating the most.
I understand all that too.
Okay.
Chief, let me tell you something.
Okay, go on.
I was having a discussion with one friend there.
Okay.
And it was he said something that answered these questions.
Okay.
This nagging question most guys are facing or most men are facing. You see, like, you've dressed in, you're well adorned in your nice kente and everything. And from growing up, they were saying that what? Cut your coat.
According to your size.
Your size.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You did not get someone with your kind of expectation. You went way beyond your expectation to please that person. That is where the error is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, let me tell you something. My friend called me. And my friend called me and said, "Oh, Steven, I've got this girl. Can you meet this girl?" I met this girl. I said, "Chairman, this girl is not for you." Yes, this girl is gorgeous. The girl is professing love and everything. And I said, the way the girl talks, she's a bit boisterous, you are a bit calm and everything. Right? I've known you. You've not even played the field. Taking this kind of girl will be a problem. Forget about the looks, forget about the money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do anything and everything, this girl will not be satisfied. Right? Left to me alone, I know this calm girl. Or go and look for somebody at your level. You get what I'm saying? Somebody at your level. We guys, we don't tell the truth. When you come to this, you know that, look, this girl's level is not my level. Level is not about status. It's not only about status. In everything that makes that person, right? And you know very well you cannot handle, but you are looking at one-sided thing, maybe by her beauty, maybe by her cook, maybe by something that is irrelevant to the subject matter. Then in reality, you see, my friend got married, all this, that. The next moment, called me, see, I'm getting divorced. You see, the thing was that it was misplaced. You see, if you don't cut your coat according to your size, that girl was not meant for you.
Okay.
There are some girls for fun.
I do understand you. Yeah?
There are some women.
You can pick somebody from the grassroots.
Why are you picking from the pick from? Pick from your level.
No. Listen.
There's always
you see, I finished. You can pick someone from the grassroots or somebody for whatever.
Yeah.
You see, they're finished. People change their mind, mindset
easily.
Okay.
And without knowing that this is what is going to happen.
See, let me tell you.
So what we have to do is.
Chief.
Okay, go on.
I think it seems I'm having a banter with you.
Okay, go on.
See, Chief, we are guys and everything.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Love doesn't just fade one day. It's a process.
Okay.
You are sensible enough to know.
Oh, of course.
You get what I'm saying? You are sensible enough to know.
Of course.
Yeah. And immediately you start, right, you know that things have changed. Things is not as it used to be. You get what I'm saying? If you are smart, you can remedy it. But you get what I'm saying? And if there's no chance of remedy, definitely you are going to have to let it go. But the thing is that for you to even get into that situation in the first place, right? I know people change. People change for so many myriad of reasons, right? Yeah. But then if you make the right choice, that change will not create a significant impact than making a bad choice.
So which one is the right choice?
You see,
you wouldn't know this is the right choice. You wouldn't know unless you work around it.
Let you speak.
Unless you work around it.
That is why.
Unless you work on it.
Let you speak.
Jessica answered it.
I feel it. Nobody will choose a wrong choice, or nobody will make a wrong choice. Every choice, or most of the choice people make, they assume is the right choice.
That is an
but
assumption.
It turns into the wrong. Yeah, but everything there's an assumption. Everything there's an assumption, right? Nobody will see that this is the wrong choice and still choose it. No, never ever. Nobody will do that.
I think the king is talking about the 20th.
A rational human being will not. A rational human being will not see the wrong choice and still choose it.
No, it happens. It happens. You are talking about the. Okay, you ask your next question.
Yeah.
But I think if not, we'll go on.
On and
No,
on.
we are not going. We are not leaving this.
Okay, that's fine.
That he said. Now we just want to know how was the marriage like in 20th century? You know.
He's not been old enough to be in the 20th century.
No, but he has.
No.
He has 20 years. Plus 10 years, 30 years, and next year we'll start the new decade.
A century is 100 years.
No, not a century. Not a century is 100.
Century is 100. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but like he is the best person to tell us because for the past 30
for the
years,
olden times, yeah.
Yeah, Queen, can you ask the question again?
I said, how was marriage like in the 20th century?
Okay. Yeah, those days, yeah. There was
a relationship for 30 years. So,
we'll start a new one next year with a new madam.
You see, there was so much tolerance as a result of patience, right? There was love, you know. Now people are leading their lives as the technology is leading us, you know. Look, for instance, social media. People, the youngsters, they are always on social media. Most marriages are breaking because of people taking most of their time on social media. You know, but those days there was no social media. Even TV, hardly to see family having TV in their room or in their house. You know, so the compatibility was so